Good evening or afternoon, I'll say. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I have a new deck I want to play with. I'm only going to use this deck, and it's called the Urban Tarot. And it's based off of New York City transit. Um, I feel pretty bonded with just the name of it. I ended up finding this deck. I was not looking for this deck. This deck found me. A lot of my roots are in New York. My father is from Brooklyn. I spent my summers there as a child. One of my favorite places in the world. And so when I saw this deck, I saw it and I was like, wonder what this is about. So I looked at the video on YouTube and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It's based off of Thoth and some Walter Wright. Wait, I get that name wrong all the time. Let me pull the little card up. This deck structure is based heavily on the Thoth Tarot, conceptualized by Aleister Crowley and painted by Lady Frida Harris between 1938 and 1943. It uses, with few exceptions, the same card names as the Thoth deck and has similar emphasis on the elemental associations within the set. The deck also draws significant inspiration from the older Rider Waite deck, originally published in 1910 and illustrated by the incomparable Pamela Coleman Smith. So, I'm still shuffling. I literally just took the book out of the deck. Oh, where is my bell? I can't have no foolishness. Oh no. Okay, I might have to wait for that. It is what it is. Where's that bell? Oh no, I gotta leave the room. I definitely apologize for that. But I'm ringing this bell from any little evil spirits that may decide they want to come in and interrupt this reading for this deck. Um, it's a really cool deck. It's a tall deck though. It's not as tall as my Starman Tarot, but it's taller than most of my average size decks. But it's a thinner deck as well. This is my first time pulling cards using this deck, and so I'm gonna do it on camera. Just want to shuffle it. It's a brand new deck. All right, let's see. All right, Urban Tarot, what information do you have for us? What's the message? What's the news? It'll tell me when it's ready. Almost ready. I have a few more decks coming, and I will be shuffling those when they come. I have one coming tomorrow, and I'm not for sure when the other one is coming, so stay tuned for that. Alright, deck. Let's see. I just want to make sure that I really have this deck shuffle good because, like I said, I literally looked at the cards, glanced at it. I'm going to stop in a minute. I think they just like to be shuffled. I think this deck is extra. One more time, and that's it. Alright. I'm going to cut them. Okay, Urban Tarot. What's the message? What is the message? Victory. Victory is the message. I'm going to read it even though we know what victory means. The cold logic of air has finally come into a perfect harmony with the world around it. In the world of science, we acknowledge that we are flawed beings, prone to weakness and to misunderstanding. Through rigorous application of the scientific method, we account for the fallibility of the individual and together seek a greater understanding. If we are to add to the great canon of human knowledge, if our discoveries are to benefit all, we must first have the humility to remove ourselves from the equation. Yep, so that's deep. I've been talking about removing self from situations for a while. Death, transformation. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. Let's see. What else? What else? What else do you have to say? This is like judgment. How do you see yourself? You're going to have victory in seeing who you really are. I'll go closer. This is her right here. But if you look on the screen, that's who she is. That's how she reflects to the world. And that's how you reflect to others. You reflect your true selves to people as well. 4 wands. Look at that. No, this is 4 swords. This is completion. Nope, it's 4 wands. Deep. Union. You're going to have victory, understanding who you really are, and it's going to allow you to have union with yourself. And the card flipped over while I, 2 cards. I'll take those. 3 of Wands. You're going to be able to work together with whoever it is. There's a lot of action. A lot of action. And you're going to move forward. Whatever the situation is, you're moving forward. You're moving forward. You're moving away from debauchery, foolishness, and fuckery. That's what it's saying. You're moving away from foolishness and fuckery. You have completed dealing with that foolishness and fuckery. And 7 and 4 are 11, so you know what that means. You are creating the life that you really want to have. And it's, by doing so, you're going to move forward. And you're going to have victory in this situation. And it's going to allow you to passionately work with others. I love it. All right. Some of y'all had to hack, though. This is the hacker. I like these cards. Some people had to hack to get that information, though. I'm going to keep it. They had to hack. And that's how they were able to change the Wheel of Fortune. That's how they got out of the cycle. And because they were able to do that, this is their beginning to find their wealth, their abundance. This is the Empress. Wow. I could keep going, but I'm going to stop. Well, okay, I'll go another row. Um, Queen of Wands, the public defender. Somebody was fighting on your behalf. Fighting, and this is what gave you the power to keep moving. This is the Four of Pentacles. You were, it gave you a chance to lay back and regroup. And because you're doing that, you have a new emotional beginning being handed to you. This is at one of the parks in New York. All right. Whereas in the past, you were being oppressed. Oh, let me do it right. You were being oppressed. I'm going to lead it. Oh, look at that. 11:11. I'm going to lead this the way it is. This was a great reading. All right. I like this deck. We're going to have fun. Thanks for stopping by Healing Conversation with Z. Peace.